Hi everyone, it's Mimi and welcome to my channel, The Haunted Hotel in Asia. You might have already heard about it, the Grand Hyatt Taipei. It's not a secret that this hotel has a very spooky reputation. People who visit there and stay there overnight often mention that something strange happened to them, and there is a lot of unsettling stories about this hotel. Even though this hotel has a big reputation about being haunted, but it doesn't stop them being very popular. Why? The Grand Hyatt is very affordable and it has amazing location, which is just built next to the Taipei 101. I even checked on TripAdvisor. It has really amazing reviews. Many people commented it's a beautiful hotel and with amazing service, and it just seems very normal. So how can a hotel being so haunted yet so popular? Let's go back to where it began. In 1990s, the Taiwan's economic is booming. Singapore Hong Leong Group saw a golden opportunity. At that time, Taiwan didn't have any major international luxury hotel group. So they teamed up with Hyatt Hotels and leased the land from the Taipei city government to build what would become the Grand Hyatt Taipei. Back then, the Xinyi district wasn't a bustling shopping center as we know today. It was very quiet and very underdeveloped, but this massive hotel changed everything. By 2003, it has been renamed and rebranded into the nowadays as we know Grand Hyatt Taipei, Junyue Taipei. Over its 30 years of operation, it has hosted celebrities, world leaders, presidents. It has become the top-tier luxury hotel in Taipei. No doubt about that. The hotel earned its eerie reputation when it was named one of top 10 most haunted hotels in the world. And it was the only Asia hotel on the list. Wow. Why? Well, rumors say the hotel was built from a cemetery on top of a mass grave from the Japanese occupation era. Buddhism sculpture and talismans throughout the property to ward off spirits. Sounds scary, right? But wait. The hotel management had denied all of this. They clarified that supposed talisman were actually an artwork by Taiwanese Buddhist Master Ling Yun. It's just meant to bring good fortune. Nothing about haunted, okay guys? They also pointed out there is no historic evidence of mass graves or execution sites where the hotel stands. Still, despite of all this reassurance from the management company, the spooky story keeps coming. One of the most famous incidents involves with a South Korean star, Jang, who stayed there during the Golden Bell Awards. She recounted there while she was just resting in her room. The TV kept turning on by itself. Even after she unplugged it, eventually the TV showed up a ghostly woman's face and she was pinned down by some invisible force. It's classic sleep paralysis with a terrifying twist. Her assistant didn't see any of this at first, but later on saw a ghostly figure and they immediately switched hotels. And here is where it gets wild. There are so many stories online from all over the world in different languages from people who stayed at Grand Hyatt. Some guests report hearing footsteps, some people saying they hear whispering or feel like there is some energy inside of their rooms or someone's watching them, like they weren't alone. And others say some local rich Taiwanese never stay there. They avoid stay there completely. They won't even visit the hotel. There is one story I found on Chinese social media, Douban, which is a little bit like artsy, more arty Reddit. It really caught my attention and it made me really believe it. It's from a user named Niumang who shared his experience that's like straight out from a horror movie. Let me set the scene for you. It was the National Day holiday in October 2014. And I was traveling to Taiwan with my ex-girlfriend. We planned a 12-day trip, starting with 4 nights in Taipei. Originally, I didn't want to book the Grand Hyatt Taipei. I had heard some unsettling rumors about the hotel, but my ex insisted. She wanted a hotel room with a view of Taipei 101, and the Grand Hyatt was literally next door. Plus, they were offering a discount if we booked 2 consecutive nights. So we went for it. We arrived at Taipei Taoyuan Airport around 10 p.m. on October 2nd. The bus ride into the city gave us a chance to enjoy the island's stunning nighttime. So instead of feeling tired, we were very excited. We got to the Grand Hyatt after 11 p.m. and because I was a Hyatt loyalty member, we were upgraded to check-in at the 22nd floor executive lounge. Wow! The lobby downstairs was still bustling with guest check-ins, but up on the 22nd floor, it was eerily quiet. Only 2 staff members and us. Made me wondering why did they upgrade you. I had asked for a high floor room, but the higher floors were fully booked. Instead, they gave us room 624 on the 6th floor with the promise of moving us up next day. We grabbed our luggage and went to wait for the elevator. That's when the weirdness began. 3 elevators were coming up, and the 4th showed it was descending from the 23rd floor. But no matter how long we waited, the floor for that 23rd floor elevator never opened. Even though the light stayed on, I pressed the button on a few more times. Still nothing. Then something even stranger happened. The other 3 elevators reached the 13th floor, and all stopped at the same time. Their lights went out, and everything just frozen. I glanced at my ex-girlfriend, who was too busy on her phone. The hallway was silent, too silent. And for some reason, the silence felt heavy, unnatural, bone-chilling. Finally, after what felt like forever, an elevator door opened. Now, I'm not going to lie, I hesitated. For a split second, I half expected something or someone to reach out of that elevator. My ex, who oblivious to all of this, just stepped inside and then turned back to me. "What are you doing? Get in," she said, holding the door. I forced myself in, feeling ridiculous. Nothing seems outside of ordinary in the elevator. Maybe I was just psyching myself out. We reached the 6th floor quickly. Step out, though. I immediately felt that something wasn't right. The corridor lights were unnaturally bright. So bright, they felt sturdy and cold. Shadows stretching unnervingly long under the light, and the hallway was absolutely deadly silent. I felt like I was walking through a scene from a horror movie. We finally reached our room 624. Located at the end of the hallway, corner rooms are usually bigger, but their layouts often feel odd. Once inside, I switched off all the lights, turned on the TV, and connected my phone to the Bluetooth speaker, playing my favorite music. Only then did the room start to feel normal and my unease faded. We settled in, showered, and got ready for bed. Before sleeping, I deliberately left bedside lamp on at its dimmest settings. I don't know how long I slept before it started. At first, I thought I was dreaming. I could feel faint music playing, familiar music. I woke up with a jolt. It wasn't a dream. My phone was playing music. The song, My Love. Soft, faint, almost like it was drifting in from somewhere far away. I froze. The bedside lamp was off, even though I had left it on. And the Bluetooth speaker I shut off before bed was now glowing with this eerie blue light. A wave of cold terror swept over me. I couldn't move. My legs and my arms are both paralyzed, stiff, as if my body had shut down. Then I heard it. A high-pitched, grating noise. A spoon scraping the bottom of a bowl. It started in my ears and then it seemed to come from back of my head, growing louder with something. Someone moved closer. I couldn't see anything, but I felt it. I tried to turn my head and lift my arm, but nothing happens. My body resisted. It was like some invisible force was pinning me down. The closer the noise got, the stronger the sense of dread. Finally, I summoned every ounce of strength and screamed at my girlfriend's name. She jolted awake, turned on the bedside lamp. "What's wrong? Bad dream?" she asked, handing me a bottle of water. I gulped down, trembling, drenched in sweat. The room looked normal again. The speaker was off. The music was gone. The terrifying sound had vanished. Maybe it was just a nightmare, but it was felt so real. I didn't tell her what happened. I just brushed it off as a bad dream. And we spent the rest of the night talking until eventually I fell back to sleep. The next day, we moved to the 19th floor. Nothing abnormal happens after that. And 10 days that followed, I visited other beautiful places in Taiwan that slowly erased the fear from that night. But here is where it gets super creepy. A few weeks later, back home in Shanghai, I was clearing up space on my phone when I noticed something strange. A 12-second audio recording. I didn't remember recording anything, so I played it out curiously. The file was filled with chaotic, screeching noises, mixed with faint traces of my love. My heart sank as I checked in the time when it's recorded. October the 3rd, 2014 at 3:25 a.m. I hadn't used my phone to record anything at that night at that time. It was when I stayed in that hotel room 624. So how did it get there? To this day, I still don't have an answer. So what do you think? Was it just a nightmare or something far more terrifying? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe for more chilling story like this one. Thanks for watching, and please stay curious but cautious.